Another factor to remember concerning Alzheimer's and dementia is high acid levels. High acid levels put you at risk of 44% risk of vascular dementia. What happens is the veins and the arteries become hard because of high uric acid levels. So many people think of high uric acid levels as a level of 7 because that's where gout and arthritis start. But if you have high acid levels from 5.5 and upwards, you start to get that it damages the veins in the arteries. It becomes hard and not elastic. So there's a 44% risk of vascular dementia. There's also a 32% risk of stroke because of high acid levels. So we reverse high acid levels with the carnivore diet. See my other videos about insulin resistance and how we reverse insulin resistance. It comes from your kidneys. We reverse insulin resistance by cutting out all carbohydrates and eating animal products, and we don't cook with unsaturated seed oils such as canola and sunflower, which cause you further to be insulin resistant. Also don't use too much salt, which may also contribute to insulin resistance. See my other videos about that as well, Q66 and Q65. So insulin resistance upregulate uric acid retention on the kidneys, and then you get high uric acid levels. But we are reversing insulin resistance with the carnivore diet, and thus we are reversing high acid levels in the body. So your brain can run on ketones. Very interesting study was done where it was proven that when you get Alzheimer's, your brain loses the capacity to run on glucose. Our brains typically on a Western type of diet runs on glucose, and you'll find many people that say that you absolutely need glucose for your brain to run, but it's not true. Your brain can perfectly run fine on ketones. So there's a study that proved that when you get Alzheimer's, your brain loses the capacity to run on glucose by 55%. So in order to reverse that process or improve your situation, it's advisable to consider the carnivore diet or a ketogenic diet. The carnivore diet, of course, is a ketogenic diet because you'll go into ketosis and your body will produce ketones. In fact, your brain runs perfectly well on ketones, and in fact, it runs better on ketones. Children, for instance, that get epilepsy are often put on a ketogenic diet, and the epilepsy symptoms or epilepsy improves with the ketogenic diet. So there's a lot to say about glucose in the brain, as I said earlier in the first part of this video. So if you are serious about your mental health and about your cognitive abilities, consider the carnivore diet. As I said, many people later on in life suffer from illnesses like dementia and Alzheimer's, but then it's almost too late to do something. You can improve it, as I said, but why would you want to wait until type 2 diabetes destroys the brain? And of course it's the glucose that destroys the brain. But as I said in the B part of this video, it's not only the glucose, it's also high uric acid levels, which causes your veins not to be elastic, which causes you to have damage in the brain, and arteries and veins that actually are not elastic anymore and get damaged. So consider the carnivore diet and spread this message for your loved ones, because the biggest gift you can give to your loved ones is your health, and it starts with mental health and your brain function. Very important. So I had many people that say they will not consider the carnivore diet, but then later on in life they might pick up problems like dementia and Alzheimer's because of type 2 diabetes complications. Type 2 diabetes is absolutely reversible with the carnivore diet, and we do so often within 18 days. See my testimonial playlist on my YouTube channel, where I interview people who reverse their type 2 diabetes. And as we know, type 2 diabetes is one of the things that will destroy the brain, but it's avoidable. Consider the carnivore diet. If your kidneys are still functional, you can do the carnivore diet. Even if you have stage 3 kidney failure, but from stage 4, with other words 30% and less kidney function, you'll struggle to do the carnivore diet because of the high protein intake. As always, discuss it with your doctor.